Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations. I mean, the start today was, I'm guessing that's what you wanted, hoped for. Were you expecting it?
Oh, look, you want to start games well. This was a big game for us. We're playing against an opponent that is very emotional, and they've had a lot of travelling support. We wanted to make sure we get our strengths into the game, and I thought our kicking game and set piece in that first 20 was fantastic, and I think our conversion rate, I think we got 4 opportunities and we scored 4 tries. So, yeah, look, very happy with the 4 tries in the first 18 minutes.
How much did you talk about losing the opening game in the last campaign and putting yourself under pressure right from the get-go?
Yeah, look, we didn't really address that at all. We just go week to week. We know in this competition, if you want to go further, you must win your home games as a starting point. And this was, I said, in the context, a big game in the group. And I think the thing that we did well across the 80 is we gave them nothing. So it's 5-0 in the context of the group. And yeah, look, we'll take that.
Coming into the campaign as the English champions, does that elevate your place within the competition? Does it make you come onto the ground maybe with an extra air of confidence?
No, not at all. We just do the things that makes us ourselves, and we've become a group that's tough to beat. So no, we didn't even come into our discussion, but it was all about the prep for Munster. I thought we did really well last week in the second half against Saracens, and I thought we did really well this week in the first half.
Yeah, and when the conditions change just before kick-off, you obviously prepare all week. You'd have done your weather forecast. You have a plan to go into the game. But I thought the control that you showed in the opening 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, in terms of the balance between kicking, how much of that is player-led, and how much do you actually sit them down just before kick-off and go, look, conditions are getting worse. We actually need to play down the right areas of the field. Because Ben Spencer showed that control.
Yeah, literally, Lauren, such a good question. At the end of the backs warm-up, I actually got the backs in and said, look, we're going to totally change the way that we play because we know it's so greasy. So we decided we're not going to carry the ball in our half at all through the 80, and I thought we did that.
Because the first
really
20
well.
minutes, you just gave the ball to Munster, kicked the ball off and said, look, we'll try and win the line out in these conditions.
Yeah, so we said, pressure at the front of the line out, kick ball off the one phase and try and squeeze them. Look, it worked, and then at halftime we said, we don't need to play any rugby. We've got the 4 tries and the 5 points, so let's make sure we give them nothing. So I think we adapted well to a question. Obviously the players need to deliver that on pitch, and I thought they did that really well tonight.
When you now look at who you've got coming up next, Toulon, different conditions, different opposition, that ability to adapt on the hoof, is that something which has developed over a number of seasons, or is that something which you've addressed solely now and you need to look at it again in a different way coming up for the round 2 of this comp?
No, I think that's come over the last 3.5 years. We've been on a journey the last 3.5 years, so you go through moments in time. This will be another one. So yeah, we take our lessons from each game and move on, and that gives us reference points looking back. So we'll enjoy tonight. We only play next Sunday, so we've got our club Christmas party, and that's so important for us to include everybody in the club, and then we'll get back together on Tuesday and then look forward again.
Let's talk about Ben Spencer. He got the player of the match. We focused on him in the build-up, what an important person he is for Bath. What has changed in his game? What does he bring as a character and as a player?
Look, the last 4 years he's become our captain, and he flourishes in that bit. Obviously his bit is the kicking game, but his connection with the group is so good, and his connection with Finn is so good, and I think, again, game management, that's one of his big strengths. Obviously the things he can kick with both feet, etc. But Ben is a winner. He understands how to win, and he's been brilliant for us.
And of course, another thing we looked at, and we all wondered how it would affect Bath, is the change of the attacking coach. Lee Blackett plucked away by England. Gleeson comes in, and it doesn't seem to have made any change. How did you manage that? How did the players manage that?
I think open communication. Obviously, we gave our blessing to Lee to go to England. It was massively disruptive for us, but again, because we've gone through so many things, we just said, look, we'll adapt accordingly, and Lee's came in, and as you said, from the second round of the Premiership, I think we've pretty much got a bonus point in every single game.
Pretty similar accent for the boys to understand.
That's obviously pretty important for the whole system, but it's not about one man, it's about the whole group. Lee's been fantastic, and there's such a good connection between players, coaches and staff.
It was, wasn't it?
I want to address the Christmas party. I'm not going to ask any in-depth conversations, but it seems really important that you're involving everyone. This is a family club. Everyone's involved. How much buy-in has there been in that? And how important do you feel that a club has to embrace that?
Yeah, look, feel like a family, perform like a champion team, and you know, it's an easy thing to say, but we've really worked hard on it since the 11th of July 2022, and you know, it's literally everybody pulling in the same direction. And I think that's the thing about family. You won't always agree, but we always speak within the room, and we've created something special for this group, and we're loving our time together. And you know, whether it's the chef, whether it's the groundsman preparing this pitch, whether it's the owner, whether it's the board, we are all going towards something, and we're loving our time together. We're really, really loving our time together.
Here's the big question. Custard or brandy cream on the Christmas pudding?
Oh, none of those.
Probably biltong, no?
I've had a bit of biltong and potentially enjoy things that we as South Africans enjoy. And we've got so many cultures, we all kind of put it in the middle and then we enjoy it together.
So brandy cream with biltong, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. I know you want to go congratulate your players and celebrate with the players. We'll let you get off.
Well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Go well.
Thank you.